Tonight on Elon Local News. Crest apartments are coming back. We have new information on when students can move back in.
The Instagram aesthetic kind of just plays into our world's idea of what you need to do in order to take care of your body.
How social media affects the recovery process of 2 Elon students. And a family-run business from 2 Elon alumni making a difference in the community, one swing at a time. All that and more, Elon Local News starts right now.
Live from the Jane and Brian Williams studio at Elon University School of Communications, you're watching Elon Local News.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Emily Harrison.
And I'm Rachel Ellis.
We begin tonight with an update on the Crest apartments, a story we've been following since the floor collapsed in January. Students will be allowed to live in all of the Crest apartments starting next fall. Statements from the Price Company and Elon's Residence Life told ENN via email all construction should be finished by early May. They also say apartment 2020 should pass all inspections well before August 1st, 2018, before leases start.
Now, 37 residents were evacuated earlier this year from Crest Apartment Building 2020 after campus police found a partial collapse in the ceiling between the first and second floor. Residents were forced to move to other on and off-campus properties. But for Elon freshman Peter Fortunato, he plans on living in Crest next year and says he has no concerns about the safety of the property.
So it's all going to be brand new, and all the floors and all the industrial problems that they have, it's all going to be fixed when we get there. So
Fortunato says he trusts the university to fix the problem. Tonight is the 4th night of Passover. Passover lasts for 8 days to celebrate and remember the biblical story of how the Israelites escaped slavery in ancient Egypt. During the 8-day period, those who observe can't eat leavened foods like cake, cookies, and bread. This is because when the Jews escaped Egypt, they didn't have time to let the bread rise before they left.
Chabad Student Center, Mendy and Rivka Minkovitz hosted nearly 50 students at their Passover dinner or Seder this weekend. The Minkovitz say they hope to make the Chabad feel like home if they are too far away to celebrate Passover with their families.
We tried to recreate a familial environment for the Seder. So the Seder was held here at the Chabad Student Center, but we were faced with a very nice challenge, being that we couldn't fit all the people who were going to attend inside our home, which was great. So we had to get a little creative, and we had a tent built in our backyard.
Passover ends Saturday at sundown.
Campus is getting back to the usual schedule after a 3-day weekend. After being closed the past few days, the gym opened back up today at 2 p.m. According to facilities manager for campus recreation Lily Mandel, facilities were closed for the professional staff and students to enjoy the holiday weekend. Many students waited outside for up to 10 minutes before the gym officially opened up back this afternoon. Elon freshman Olivia Sobol says the closed facilities affected her daily routine while she was still on campus.
I don't understand why it opened today at 2 o'clock, considering the amount of people that are around all the time, and there's literally a line at the door waiting to go to the gym today.
Campus recreation is now operating at normal hours and all facilities are open.
And a pop-up park is in the works in downtown Elon, and it's taking over what used to be a parking space on West Lebanon Avenue. This space is being turned into a small park, which the town is calling a parklet. Downtown Development Administrator Kathleen Patterson says the replacement should solve the regular car traffic and hopefully increase foot traffic as well.
I love it. I'm so excited just to have something new and something kind of fun, just to see if it works. The thought is that if that can work, then we know a wider sidewalk is things people want, and the ability to sit and just relax. We got a great little downtown, so, you want a place to sit down and enjoy it.
Patterson says the construction will be finished in time for the town of Elon's 125th anniversary celebration this Saturday, April 7th.
Elon's spring convocation is this Thursday in Alumni Gym. This year's speaker, Angela Duckworth, is the co-founder of Character Lab, a nonprofit organization that advances the science and practice of character development in K-12 schools. She is also the Christopher H. Brown Distinguished Professor of Psychology at University of Pennsylvania. Convocation begins at 3:30. Admission is $13 or free with a student ID.
And County Commissioner candidate Kristen Powers is speaking to college Democrats tonight. She will discuss her platform and how students can get involved in local politics. Powers will be speaking at 7:30 p.m. in Lindner 206. And candidate Haroldine Bowling will also be visiting college Democrats tomorrow. If they're eligible to vote in North Carolina, students can vote for the local county commissioner in November. And the new Student Government Association legislative year starts this week. Student Government Association Executive President Kenneth Brown Jr., as well as Executive Treasurer Max Bavanka, are here in studio to talk about the upcoming legislative year. Thank you so much for joining us.
No problem.
So, like I just said, it's a new legislative year. What are some changes or anything that's going to be new in the upcoming year within SGA?
Yeah, so right now we're just trying to formulate our game plan, I see it has like a team, and I'm kind of like the coach of that team. So like, what are we going to do in this off season to prepare for the next year? What do students want to hear? And how can we continue to build on the things that Morgan and Spencer worked on this year to make them bigger and better?
Fantastic.
Absolutely, and I know this Thursday we will have a town hall where all Elon students are invited called Starting Together, where Kenneth actually will be fielding questions and kind of having a conversation about what specifically do Elon students want to see during this upcoming school year and academic year.
Okay, now last time you were on the show, we talked about how there were multiple empty positions on SGA. How did you fill those positions, or are they still unfilled?
Yes, so majority of the positions are filled at this current moment. We decided actually a few hours ago about some other positions. Those people who went through the process and have been selected or not selected has been notified, but I'm not at liberty to release officially anything because since they were appointed, they have to go through a conduct and GPA check before we can send out the names and whatnot. So, but pretty much the ship is sailing.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming on the show, guys.
Appreciate it.
Now, SGA meetings are open to everyone. The first meeting of the legislative year is Thursday at 7:30 p.m. in Mosley 215.
And today, some students are coming back to campus from the airport after the long weekend. Brian Ray has more on how getting back to campus can be costly.
Students are returning to campus today with lighter wallets. In class Facebook groups, fellow students offer rides to Raleigh-Durham and Greensboro Airport, but these rides often come with a cost. The average price for a ride from students to RDU is $25 a seat, and car services like Uber aren't any cheaper. An Uber ride from Elon to RDU averages around $60. But according to fueleconomy.gov, the estimated fuel trip cost for a ride from Elon to RDU is just $5, not even a full tank of gas.
I calculated the cost for my own 2016 Nissan Rogue, and the fuel cost for a trip to RDU is $4.96, and to Greensboro, just $3.18.
Students charging $25 a seat are overcharging 5 times what they should be. In the end, unless you want to walk back to Elon from the airport, car travel is expensive. To spend less money, plan your rides early and negotiate with the driver to get a lower price. Brian Ray, Elon Local News.
Coming up, using social media to spark body positivity, how 2 Elon students are working to make social media a more positive space.
Finally starting to feel like spring, but will these temperatures stay? You'll want to stick around for your Phoenix 5-day forecast coming up.
You're watching Elon Local News.
According to eatingdisorderhope.com, 25% of college-aged women engage in binging and purging, and over 91% of students in higher education use dieting to control their weight. I took a look at how social media has played a role in the lives of 2 students on campus who have struggled with eating disorders.
The Instagram aesthetic kind of just plays into our world's idea of what you need to do in order to take care of your body.
Throughout high school, Elon Jr. Jennifer Finkelstein struggled with eating disorders and body image. Coming to Elon, she hoped for a more positive experience, but transitioning to college life with a mental illness was difficult.
I knew other people were dealing with that too, but no one talked about it. And so a lot of the times I did turn to Instagram.
She says some accounts she came across were harmful, especially ones that defined unhealthy and healthy habits.
When you label foods as unhealthy or cheat foods or bad foods, you're still kind of in that mindset of the foods I'm putting into my body determine its worth.
Elon senior Hannah Durbin is the owner and creator of Healthy Happy Hannah, an account focused on fitness and eating disorder recovery, inspired by her own life-threatening battle with anorexia. With social media right at our fingertips, Durbin says not every scroll through your feed is in your best interest.
Unfortunately, a lot of people are putting photos on there to grab attention, but not backing it up by justifying why they're doing it.
Assistant professor of psychology at Elon, Bilal Gander, says social media can be helpful for people who are looking for hopeful messages, but can also trigger obsessive behaviors that often lead to eating disorders.
They may recover from that, but then they move on to something else.
Both Finkelstein and Durbin are working to make social media a more positive space in their own ways.
I didn't include numbers because that doesn't matter. I didn't include behaviors.
Durbin makes promoting body positivity a priority in her life through posting inspirational messages regularly online.
My number one goal is to just help people any way that I can.
But Gander says the recovery process is different for every social media user. For more, check out elonnewsnetwork.com and check out next week's edition of The Pendulum.
This morning, the Nigerian government has announced an investigation into Cambridge Analytica for potentially interfering in its 2007 and 2015 elections. Cambridge Analytica is a UK-based political consulting firm which uses data mining to help political candidates target voters online.
Now, the 2016 U.S. election, Brexit, and multiple Nigerian elections all claim they have been impacted by personal data taken from over 50 million Facebook users. In response to these data breaches, Facebook says it's shutting down partner categories, a tool that lets advertisers target specific groups of users by using data gathered from outside parties. Our Megan Gittleman is in the studio with ways to see what data Facebook is collecting from you and how to protect it.
Facebook has more info on you than you might think, and there's an easy way to see what exactly they're storing up. Let's take a look. If you go into your settings on Facebook, there's an option to download a copy of your data. This is your own personal file of info that Facebook collects from you. Click download, but be prepared to wait about 10 to 15 minutes to get the notification that your file is ready. All of your information will be broken up into categories in a zip file. A lot of this info you might expect: a list of friends, all the photos you've posted, even a record of all the times you poked someone on Facebook. But they also have ad topics list, which might be the most interesting part. It includes things you've liked on Facebook and things Facebook assumes you might like based on the information it's learned about you. For example, I like a lot of food pages, and one of my ad topics is desserts. Pretty accurate, Facebook. You can even see what ads you've clicked on from Facebook in the past and which advertisers have your contact info. More ways that Facebook is able to target you as a consumer. If you want to lock down your data after seeing this, here are a couple ways to protect your privacy. Unconnect apps that are connected to Facebook under the apps page in your settings menu. You can turn them all off or just pick and choose. Facebook is also actively tracking your phone calls to help learn more about what you like and dislike and target the ads it shows you. You can turn off your microphone access in settings to disable this feature. And Facebook also might be tracking your location whether you have the app open or not. Simply turn off location services under the Facebook tab in your settings to turn this feature off. And if you don't want to go through the steps to tighten up your privacy settings online, you can simply delete your account or just limit what info you share. For Elon Local News, I'm Megan Gittleman. Emily and Rachel, back to you.
And our Cami Banky is on Citroen Plaza with your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Cami, are we going to keep seeing these spring-like temperatures? I hope so.
Well, Rachel and Emily, it's pretty warm out here. It's actually about 74 degrees right now. And we're going to see those warm temperatures stay for now. But for those that were away for the long weekend, you missed out on some pretty spectacular weather. All the trees and the flowers are starting to bloom. People are walking outside, whether that's taking a walk around campus or just being in their hammocks or sitting outside by Lake Marianelle and Lake Verona. So definitely want to take advantage of these warm spring-like temperatures. And like I said, we are going to see those warm temperatures continue. But by the end of the week, we might see a bit of a cold dip. But for your Phoenix 5-day forecast for tomorrow, mostly sunny skies with a high of 78, so pretty warm, and a low of 62. But Wednesday, we could see some rain, so you want to keep that umbrella handy with a high of 68, a low of 37. For Thursday, we're back to sunshine with a high of 63 and a low of 45. On Friday, we're returning to some clouds with cloudy skies, a high of 68, so still pretty warm. But Saturday, we're going to take a dip, and not in the pool, but in cold temperatures. We're going to dip down to 45 degrees for a high and a low of 34. So we will see some nice temperatures, some nice sunshine, but do keep that umbrella handy just in case. That is your Phoenix 5-day forecast. I'm Cami Banky. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Cami. Today is World Autism Awareness Day. So while the weather is warm right now, Pelican Snowballs is participating in the event by donating 20% of its profits to Autism Speaks. Pelican serves over 100 different flavors of New Orleans-style shaved ice and is serving a special blue snowball if customers mention Light It Up Blue. Owner of Elon Pelican Snowballs, Steve Wilson, says he and his staff love to serve the community.
We are snowistas, so take that, Starbucks. We are snowistas. We can make, snowball dreams come true. The best part is when I get to see someone take that first bite of the snowball, and they always have a smile.
Wilson says they might extend the initiative to donate to Autism Speaks by a few more days.
Allergies kicking in must mean it's spring. The weather is warmer and spring sports are in mid-season form. Plus, a sporting goods store is ready to get local kids ready for baseball season. And it isn't one of the big chains like you'd think. Stick around for sports coming up.
With the NCAA basketball tournament coming to an end tonight, winter sports are officially ending. Our Miles Garrett is in the studio with an update on the Phoenix as spring sports takes the spotlight. Miles.
Well, the pollen outside might be getting to you. It's getting to me. But hey, it's spring, and that means it's a great time for teams to be getting back outside on the playing field. Last time we saw the Elon football team, it was cold, but they're back on the green grass for spring practice. The Phoenix is strapping on its pads once again for 12 practices, with the last being a scrimmage in Rhodes Stadium at the end of the month. The team will be returning 18 starters from last year's squad. Now, on the mound, the Elon baseball team wrapped up a series win over the College of Charleston. Right now, the Phoenix are tied for first place in the CAA standings with a 4-2 conference record, and sophomore Kyle Bernovich was named Collegiate Baseball's National Player of the Week after posting 14 strikeouts in his last start. An opening day in Major League Baseball kicked off last Thursday, signaling the start of a summer filled with America's pastime sport. Locally, a small sporting goods store in Alamance County is looking to help kids get ready for all those warm days on the baseball field.
The crack of a bat. It's the sound most baseball and softball players strive to hear when they swing during a game. Here at Burlington Sporting Goods, people can come and work on that swing.
We do a little bit of everything from training to one-on-one to just providing a place for them to hit on a regular basis.
Burlington Sporting Goods is a family-owned business run by 2 Elon graduates, Brock and Cheryl Perry. It has a tire, a basketball court, and batting cages. The Perrys have run the store together since 1989.
These kids that came in and worked for us, now they're bringing their children back, and now even grandchildren are coming back. So that tells you a little bit how old we are.
Kids as young as 7 to adults as old as 70 come into the batting cages to work on their hitting and their catching as well. And their coach isn't just a part of the family business, he has some professional experience too. Their son Taylor plays professionally in the minor leagues in New York.
There you go. He's trying to hit
Before he heads back, he's helping out at his family's store.
Right now I'm just doing lessons and instruction here at Burlington Sporting Goods. Just trying to give back to the youth, and even though they don't know it, they give back to me.
Taylor says growing up with the store shaped his future.
I'd be in Dollar General with my mom, and some guy would come up and be like, "Oh, you're a little rock." He's like, "Your dad can do this, do that, jump out the gym." It definitely molded me into what I am.
Rock says the joy he sees in the kids that come to his store after a big game is what makes it all worth it.
I do lessons with a 10-year-old, and that 10-year-old goes to that park and he hits his home run and he comes back and tells you, "I hit my first home run today, Coach." That's a whole lot better feeling than any of the home runs you ever hit in your life.
Burlington Sporting Goods is located 5 miles up the road off I-40. Taylor Perry will continue training kids and adults at the store until he heads up to New York in June to join his minor league baseball team.
I'm Brooke Livag, and on this Easter Monday, I'm going to put our anchor's Easter egg hunting skills to the test after the break.
You're watching Elon Local News.
Today is Easter Monday, but here's something you might not know. According to Forbes, before eggs were linked to Christianity, they were simply seen as a symbol of life and fertility. Today, eggs are often associated with Christianity, but they also represent the beginning of spring.
To you, Brooke Wevag got us away from the anchor desk and outside to participate in an Easter tradition.
Whether you celebrate Easter as a religious holiday or the official beginning of spring, nearly everyone loves a good Easter egg hunt. Today I'm going to test our anchor's Easter egg hunting skills by hiding 11 of these plastic eggs around the historic neighborhood. Let's see who can find the most.
Are we competing here?
Yes.
I found one.
How am I so bad at this?
Aha!
There's candy in it. I don't see them. I feel like I'm trekking through the jungle. Oh.
Where is this egg?
Yes. Ha! Rachel's gonna lose.
Oh my God, Brooke put one in the fountain.
I think I see one.
Oh, I want to step in the landscaping.
Someone stole our last Easter egg, so to break the tie, we have this golden Easter egg. I'm going to go hide it, and whoever finds it is the winner.
Okay.
Maybe me.
No. No.
And I am victorious!
All right, Emily, congratulations. You're the winner. Sorry,
Congrats.
Rachel.
It's okay.
You found
It
the golden
happens.
egg. What do you have to say?
I mean, was there any ever doubt? I had this in the basket. Let's be honest.
I am the champion tonight.
Congratulations, Emily. Here is our golden egg. Here it is. Emily won. Actually, your golden egg.
Yes. Thank you so much.
That is all the news we have for you tonight. Thank you for joining us.
You can catch us more online, and thank you very much.
Have a great night, Elon.